elective rotation, the teaching rotation through next year. Certainly, a big component of it is that teaching aspect. So primarily the teaching is involved in the APM, the IPM courses. In terms of direct student interaction, when you think about some of the assessments that we complete as part of those courses, certainly patient counseling, assessments and feedback, things along those lines. We obviously have a drug information component that you guys completed in the fall, so certainly there will be some involvement there. In addition to that direct student interaction, there's going to be some involvement in terms of assessment development. So there will be certainly some writing and things that relate to case study development and things along those lines. My goal was to really design this as more of a microcosm of academic pharmacy. So in addition to the teaching component, there will be a presentation. Certainly my work, part of what I do from a research standpoint, is really in the areas of neuroscience and behavioral pharmacology and things along those lines. So there'll be some involvement in terms of assisting, gaining some research experience, and perhaps some writing in those particular areas. And finally, there's more of a service component, and the service component may relate to review of drug literature. Certainly when occasionally asked to consult on cases and things along those lines as part of my own work. So that's something that may come up as part of the process, and certainly something that as a rotation student you'd be able to be involved in. I assume people know where to find me. One would guess. So if there are any questions, obviously I'll be around.
Lab open house service.
Lab open house, absolutely.
Sure. Hi folks, unfortunately on the sheet, the time this came out, I did not have it on the sheet, but as most of you maybe have heard me say during class, I was doing some business consulting with small groups open up an independent pharmacy. So going forward, we have a unique opportunity to come this August where students will be able to have a community rotation site. 180 Everett Ave, Chelsea, Massachusetts. The beauty of this site is it helps to a reason, but we do have some off-street parking as well as easily accessible by transit, so that shouldn't be a problem. We'll be working closely with me as well as our pharmacy manager that's at this site, who's one of our former students, so she'll have a lot to share with you folks. The nice thing is it gives you a nice, unique understanding of pharmacy outside of the retail, large chain pharmacy. So we have opportunities to not only counsel patients, but take part in compounding, durable medical equipment, and even assisted living facilities. So you'll see some of those unique areas where you may not see some of that in the chain setting. So that'll be nice for you guys to partake of that. Another key point is it's closely distance to Mass General Chelsea is short distance, it's in close proximity. So what does that mean? That means we're going to have a lot of acute care patients coming into the facility, leading to opportunities for patient counseling, along with NTM services. Not only that, you'll have a good hand in the business management side of an independent pharmacy. How do I run an operation? You'll get to see that full-fledged. You'll have opportunities to make some business management decisions and partake in that with the pharmacy manager and the owners of the pharmacy. So again, a unique opportunity to take a community pharmacy practice and really get a good understanding of the in and out of the business side. A patient care may be delivered in a different manner than we see in a retail setting. Just show me the address. I will post. There will be a description online, so don't be concerned. Obviously, I'll see you guys tomorrow in class. If there's any questions throughout the semester, please don't hesitate to stop by. I'll be working with your groups, obviously with business plans. We're looking to get folks over there by August, so that will start. There'll be time for your rotations. If things work out differently, we will keep you posted. Another real recap, just to give you an idea of the area. It's unique in the sense that there's a new FBI building going in this area, along with some other commercial businesses. So there'll be a lot of community outreach as well as public relations. So there's going to be employee opportunities to go in and do employee presentations on healthcare as well as immunization delivery. So we have Market Basket in the area, 1,500 employees. There's a Demoulas, Market Basket, there's an FBI building soon to be on the site, as well as 500 housing unit facility going in. So, say again. Around where the meatballs off the bone, right next door. So we do have some good eateries in the area as well. That's probably the most important issue. I think the highlights are easy access for transportation, good opportunity for community outreach, public relations, some unique experiences for you guys. I look forward to talking further. Thank you.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm Dr. Jacobsen. My practice site is Sullivan's Pharmacy in Rosendale. There's not a lot written there. I have to add it to the our preceptor. So Sullivan's Pharmacy is an independent community pharmacy. It's one of the largest pharmacies in the United States. It has 3 distinct businesses within one. It has a regular retail pharmacy filling between 300 and 500 prescriptions a day. They have long-term care, and they also have durable medical equipment. The pharmacy fills between 1,500 and 2,000 prescriptions a day between all 3. The students don't just sit on the bench and fill prescriptions, because you've probably done that a lot in your years of working. So when you're on rotation with me we actually go to some of their outreach. So they dispense all the medications to Mass Mental Health Center. So on Tuesday mornings, we actually see patients at Mass Mental Health Center for the CBT. Most of them have schizophrenia. We go to a team, so we listen to the doctors and their social workers, kind of talk about the patients. And then they meet the patients in a focus group, and then we do a med ed and health awareness, where we talk to the patients about their medicines. And then the last group of the day, we actually meet with outpatients who have issues with a lot of weight gain due to food choices because of their medications and where they live. So we also talk a lot about smoking cessation. At the site, you can actually get there. It's every bus from Forest Hills goes from Rosendale Square. Also, Mass Mental is actually behind the Brigham. It's a new building on Vining and Fenwood Road. So you just go to the college and we walk over. So there's a lot going on. The other opportunity we have is the Greater Rosendale Medical and Dental Center. That's coming back to us. So actually on one afternoon a week, we actually see patients in the ambulatory care center, because it's important, I feel, for students to see when they go to the doctor, why do they pick a Z-Pack versus not, or why do they do this? So you have some community outreach. We do blood pressure clinic. We also go to the community and do some outreach when the opportunity arises. And this summer we did one med safety, and the other one we did on hypertension in the living facility near Ruggles. So we do a lot of things depending upon the time of year. Also, I teach a lot, so seminar in the fall, med safety elective in the spring, so students accompany with me there. We also have a residence, the first Cardinal Health sponsored residency in business management, and they have the CFO of the store who actually meets once a week, not only with the resident, but also with the students to talk about business management. The owner of the store is a trustee of the school. You've probably seen him, Greg Laham. And just to let you know, other than my rotation, I don't work for them. So one of the things that the students do is they do have preceptors at site. And one of the major things you do when you're at the site is MTM. So one of the students may be on the bench just to get some experience, but the other experience is in medication therapy management. And actually you're on the phone, you're going through profiles, you're talking to patients, and it's very active. In fact, last block, the students made $675 for Sullivan's, just doing MTM. So they did a very, very good job. And also we do a lot with OTC. So we don't spend a lot of time with Journal Club maybe. My Journal Club is actually in the aisles. So that's when we spend a lot of time in the aisles. All right? Oh, thank you. So for any questions, talk to me. And that's it. Oh, the other thing is, can I say one more thing? They have compounding there. For students that want to do a rotation of compounding, those of you who live in New York, they love doing the compounding rotation there. And they also have a hospital, Bournemouth Hospital, which they run. So students actually can sign up for rotation at Bournemouth with a preceptor from Sullivan's. All right.